So that FTDX 3000 drove me nuts to the point that I removed it. I got it working. It works on FT8 again. It works with just the USB cable. But I went and pulled it because I'm absolutely just tired of fiddling with it. And it's cluttering things up. It's sitting on top of that radio. It's not probably a good idea to have it sitting on top of another radio. And I don't think it's a bad radio. I'm just frustrated with it right now, and I don't really have a good place to operate it. And it doesn't do what I needed to do for everyday stuff. So it does have a really good sounding receiver on strong signals and stuff like that. But anyway, what I ended up doing is I just pulled it out of here for now. But I noticed yesterday when I was on the 7300, switched from the 710, the computer was doing the USB connect, reconnect, disconnect noise. And I was concerned that maybe I had gotten RF into the USB cable of the radio, because one of my very first 7300s, the USB port on the back of the radio died. And I've told this story numerous times, but when I called ICOM, they informed me that it was a common problem and that it was the user's fault because they have RF in the shack and they have non-shielded cables, and the port on the back of the radio is also not shielded. So I thought, here we go, all again. So anyway, I got it working. I pulled it. My go-to radio really is the 710, just because I like having the monitor up. If the 7300 did that, I would probably put the 710 away, or I'd have it in the house to use. I generally don't use the radio station in the house unless it's really, really cold and I can't stand it out here. So anyway, I would probably just use the 7300. Yaesu's menu system is a little better on the 710 than previous ones, like the 3000. So it's not bad. If you notice, so you see the two radios. The 7300 is just a tad taller and just a little more fuller of a radio. I don't mind this size, but like it's kind of like not really a base station and not really a mobile. It's more like RV size. So I don't know what's going on in here. Probably the usual crap. I also think there's some kind of contest going on, probably. According to...
People play music and but anyway, let me get out of here. Say something to you, John. Good to meet you, and God bless. From the great station, Alabama, WB6, WUCO, going Kilo 5. I don't know if people play music here. I don't understand.
Or it showed it here for a second.
Anyway, probably because they don't have a call sign, or maybe they just, that's what they like to do. Who knows? But,
these guys are obsessed with call signs on here. How many people do you think would operate on ham radio without a call sign that's not 10 meters? Think about the extensive knowledge that you would need to... how much knowledge would you need to get on 80 meters or 40 meters and jam people? You would have to be an experienced ham operator to even get to that point. And these guys are absolutely obsessed with, what's your call? What's your call sign? And they swear that these people don't have call signs. It's not like the FCC is out pulling people's call signs that used to be hams. Okay? So a person that doesn't have a call sign would have either been somebody that let their license lapse. That would be somebody that could potentially do this. But somebody who's never had a call sign is unlikely to have the knowledge to use a radio on these bands. There are lots of CB operators that have ham radios, and they probably know a bit, but they really don't know enough about the lower bands to figure out how to get on here and jam people, and they probably don't have the antenna. It's very far-fetched to think that there's just all this like rampant amount of operators that don't have call signs, that aren't hams, causing problems on the ham bands. It's really, really ridiculous. It's hams that don't want to use their call sign because they're jamming somebody else. That's what it is. I mean, and the same people that do that also jam the other people, specifically on this frequency. Anyway, and it is entertaining, but you got to remember that the people are actors. They are acting. They are pretending they're playing. They really could have a very good, successful career in politics if they just put their mind to it, probably. Anyway. What's your call sign? I don't know why the guy always says that. I think it's some kind of quote from the Deliverance movie. Call. If somebody doesn't have a call sign and you're talking to them, you've given them all the credibility in the world.